You're welcome to the Lab 5 of the Azure Fundamental course. In this lab, we are going to be creating a storage blob, and that's what we have in the Lab 5. For the purpose of this lab, we are going to be using the Azure portal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this in a new tab. Then I'm going to divide this tab, this screen into two. I'm going to divide this screen into two so that we can see both the instruction and also we can see, let's see if I can drag this. No. Okay, so we can see both the instruction and the portal at once. So I will log in with, always remember that you need to activate your sandbox first before you go ahead to log in. And again, if the labs are not related, please activate a new sandbox and discard the previous one, or else you might not get that required permission to be able to complete the lab exercise. Okay, so here what we need to do now is to create a storage account. So we're going to follow the instruction here strictly. So the first thing is to click on create a resource, then go to storage. Instead of doing that, I'd rather just search here, search for storage, and that storage account, so I search for storage account. You can decide to click on the resource as you have it here, then go to the category, which is the storage. Then under the storage, you can create a storage account, fine. But I just decided to search because that's a shortcut. We That's the same way we've created the other resources. So we are going to get almost the same tabs where we put in, the basic tab, the advanced networking, just the same way. Now, the first thing we need to do is to complete the basic tab. Here, we need to select the concept subscription, which has been selected for us. The resource group must be the resource group that starts with learn, and that is what we have here. So we need to create a unique storage account. I told you the name of storage account is globally verified. That means the fact that I have created a storage account with a particular name within my organization, no one else in the world that uses the Azure environment can create that same storage account with the same name. So you have to be globally unique. So I can go ahead to create this with Babafemi B. Yes, let's see if it's going to take. So this is checking if, oh, this is not even. So let's say Babafemi B. So let's see if we have a storage account like that. No. So here region leave default, then performance should be standard, then redundancy option, we are asked to select the locally redundancy. We talked about the locally redundancy, the geo zones and the like. This is actually the option within your particular data center, being replicated on different workload. So this is locally redundancy. Then on the advanced tab, we are asked to create of the storage account, we are asked to at least follow some of the instructions there. So I click on the advanced tab. So now this is what we have. Allow enabling anonymous access on individual containers. So we need to check this box. And then once that is checked, then click on the review. So review and create. So let's hold on. But in the real world, in the real sense, when you're doing this in production, always make sure you have a tag. Don't just create without a tag. You want to put in the purpose of creating this particular virtual storage account. You want to put in maybe the department, whatever, or the name of the person that created it. always make sure you have a tag. So yeah, we have everything. We are leaving them as default. We just go ahead to create this particular storage account. So let's hold on. The deployment is being submitted. We have the deployment is in progress already. So you can see as the storage account is being created, you will see the other resources, you know, um, if once they are created. So currently the storage account is being created. So you can see that's working. So operation details, status, storage account. Let's hold on for this to complete. And that has been completed. So the next thing is to go to the particular resource, which is the storage account. And now we are going to be working with the blob storage. If you guys remember, we talked about the different storage account type that we have, where we talk about the blob, the files share, the file, other Azure files. We talk about the queries. Yeah, we talk about different types of storage that we have. Uh, We talk about the different kind of storage account that we have, where we talked about the blob storage, also known as the container. We talk about the Azure files. We talk about the queues. Then we talk about the tables. Now, for the purpose of this training, we are going to be working with the blob, which is the container. So under the storage, data storage, select container, which is the blob storage. Then in here, another we need to create another container. So I'll just go ahead to create another container, give it a name. I'm going to stick with the name. So now private, no anonymous access, that is what we need to select and click on create. That has been created. You can see my blob storage has been created. Yeah, I can go ahead to start uploading, files to that storage account, to that container. So step 4, we need an image if you want to upload, let's say image you already have on your system. So you need to go back to the portal, select the container and upload the image. So I'm going to select this, then let's hold on. I'm going to upload a particular file from my system. I'm going to drag that in there, then upload that particular. So if you have uploaded something related before, you can decide to, override that particular file that you have uploaded, but we've not. So I'm just going to click on the upload, and that is being uploaded at this time. That is successful. You can see. So uh, you can see the access here, the dates the particular file was actually modified, the blob type. We're going to talk about this blob type, then the size of the image. So the next thing for us is, let's select the blob file you've just uploaded. You should be able to see the properties. Yes. So we need to select this particular file that we've just uploaded. So here we are going to see lots of other properties that are actually related to that particular file that have been uploaded. So you can see the URL, you can see the type of content that have been uploaded, the size, the date, the creation date, the last created date. So we are asked to copy, the URL of that particular file, which is this one that has been auto generated for us. So then paste that. Let's see if we're going to be able to access. As you can see, we cannot access that file at this time. So what do we need to do? We need to now change the access level, because what we selected was private, not anonymous, access level. That means, we cannot, it's private, we cannot access it except if we're actually accessing it within, the virtual network, within, maybe with a virtual machine and the same resource group or in the same VNet as our storage account. Now, so let's go back here. and change the access level. So we'll go back to Baba Femi, which is our blob storage. Then we need to change the access level on this particular container. So we are asked to change it to the blob anonymous access level. Then you save that. Then okay, then we need to refresh the file. So let's see what will happen. So now, as you can see, we now have access to that particular file that has actually been uploaded to the blob storage. All right. So thank you for watching. Bye.